Happy August! It's Sunday, August 1st, 2021. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Welcome to a new month and welcome to LCJ Live. Happy Spider-Man Day! Swinging into August. Today, August 1st, is Spider-Man Day. I got some cool Spider-Man info for you coming up here. We got to get to the box office, though, as well. As always, send in your questions and your comments. I can read them right here on LCJ Live. I've got this Spider-Man t-shirt. I love it. It's from Amazing Spider-Man 2 when I interviewed one of the VFX guys for it, and I really like this. Happy Spider-Man Day. Let's get to the box office. $34.2 million start for Disney's Jungle Cruise domestically, with a worldwide total of about $62 million plus another $30 million on Disney Plus worldwide. So a $92 million plus start for Jungle Cruise altogether this weekend. Congratulations to Emily Blunt on her second domestic box office #1 open for the summer after the nearly $50 million for A Quiet Place Part 2 in May. Congrats to her. I know, sitting on this movie, Jungle Cruise, sitting on Quiet Place Part 2, sitting on Wild Mountain Time, and even Animal Crackers, many films that she's had to wait for the release dates for a long time, and now here they are, the box office successes for these films. The Rock as well, with a big open. He's obviously a box office king, and yet again with 34.2, right around what Rampage did a few years ago, and more than what Skyscraper did. So, yeah, I think he's got to be thrilled. The folks at Disney, they have done so much marketing on this movie, with all the things at the premiere, the press junket, them making fun of each other's movies, doing games on social media. They went all out, because I bet Disney looked at the summer calendar and said, well, we can do a few things with Emma Stone and Emma Thompson on social media and Zoom for Cruella. We can do a little bit. We can do a little bit with the cast of Black Widow. They went all in on Dwayne and Emily's chemistry for the marketing for Jungle Cruise, and it is paying off. $34.2 million. Now a three-way battle for second this weekend. The Green Knight with $6.8 million, Old with $6.7 million, and Black Widow with $6.4 million. That order could change tomorrow when the actuals are released of which movie actually came in second place this weekend. But congratulations to another movie, Stillwater. $5.1 million, you may think not spectacular, and only a $2,000 per screen average, but check this out. The movie was filmed partially in Oklahoma. I have some film critic colleague buddies in Oklahoma, Jason Black, Craig Sanger, shout out to them. And they loved the fact that the movie was filmed in Oklahoma. Messaged with Jason the other day, and he said he thought Matt Damon was incredible in the movie. I think Matt Damon's very good in the film. Stillwater's per screen average nationwide, $2,000. But just on Friday and Saturday, according to Deadline.com, in one theater in Oklahoma City, the Warren 14, Stillwater in the first 2 days made $16,000. That is huge. That is fantastic for Stillwater in Oklahoma City. So congrats to everybody. Raghav B94, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. So Stillwater with $5.1 million. Space Jam 4-3, Snake Eyes took a big drop from 13 down to 4 this weekend. Fast 926, Escape Room, we're looking at about $1.5 million to $2 million. And Boss Baby Family Business rounding out your top 10 this weekend with $1.3 million. As I mentioned, it's Spider-Man Day. And people online are wondering if there's going to be a new trailer for the next Spider-Man movie. But I can tell you that I've talked to Harrison Wilcox, who is the EP of Spidey and His Amazing Friends, a new Disney Junior series premiering this Friday, August 6th. And on Tuesday, look for my AnimationScoop.com Q&A with Harrison, or for all things Spidey and His Amazing Friends. You've got Peter Parker, you've got Gwen Stacy, and you've got Miles Morales all together, plus new versions of the Hulk, Doc Ock, Rhino, Black Panther, and some other cool characters who pop into this new show. It is for kids to explore the superhero characters from the Marvel Universe and the Spider-Man world. As Harrison said to me, Spider-Man is like the kid's superhero. Because Peter Parker started so young, he relates to a lot of kids, and so he hopes that this show does the same and brings in the next generation of Marvel fans. I like the look of these characters a lot. I think they could do really well with merchandising these characters as figurines, bendable figures. So check out that AnimationScoop.com Q&A about Spidey and His Amazing Friends on Tuesday. Tomorrow, new AnimationScoop.com Q&A, an LCJ Q&A podcast episode with Kirk D'Amico. He co-directed The Croods back in 2013, received an Oscar nomination for that, and now he's the director of Vivo, new animated musical premiering this Friday, August 6th on Netflix. CG Sony Animation movie. It's Sony's first musical ever, Sony Animation. And Kirk talks about working with Lin-Manuel Miranda, and he talks about working with Gloria Estefan and music and the importance of kids learning about music and families bonding over this movie on Netflix that's been in the works for a long, long time. So new LCJ Q&A coming at you tomorrow with Kirk D'Amico. What is for dinner? Thanks for being here on LCJ Live. I wonder what is for dinner tonight. We'll have to see. Let's see. Big movie this week. It's Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad. Because I was thinking back, gosh, the first week of August, 5 years ago, everybody went to see Suicide Squad with Will Smith and Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. Thought Margot Robbie was phenomenal as Harley Quinn. Not so much in Birds of Prey. We'll see how she is in The Suicide Squad from James Gunn, which comes out this weekend, and I will be checking out. Eric Romer69, thanks for being here on LCJ Live. Also this week is Val. Val Kilmer documentary is on Prime Video. It's been in some theaters for a couple weeks. I have seen it. It's a pretty good documentary. It's not amazing. It's not outstanding. But you do learn a lot about Val Kilmer and his career and how he felt about acting, how he still feels about acting, and the medical things and the issues that he is currently going through. I did watch last night Annette, which opens in select theaters on Friday. I can't reveal my thoughts on Annette quite yet. Hey, that rhymed. But I have seen it. It opened the Cannes Film Festival. Adam Driver, Marion Cotillard, Simon Helberg. You'll get my thoughts on Annette pretty soon. New documentary this Friday on VOD called Whirlybird, which is really good. It is really good, and I will have my thoughts on that coming for you soon. I watched this movie a few weeks ago, and it's fantastic. Look into it a little bit, learn a little about it, but you're even going to be surprised by what happens in it. Whirlybird. Quite a film. What If is the new Marvel series that premieres next week on Disney Plus, and I'm going to talk with some of the creators behind What If tomorrow, but I've seen the first few episodes of What If, and it's all about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it's an animated series, and it has a lot of the actors from the movies voicing their characters, including the late Chadwick Boseman voicing T'Challa. And it's what if, because it's what if this happened instead of this, and how would the saga have changed? I can't get into spoilers, I can't get into details, but it definitely brings up some interesting questions and some interesting thoughts about if this happened, how would it have affected this? Who would have slipped into this role? Who would have become this superhero? Would it have been this person or that person? There's a lot going on with that in What If, which is new to Disney Plus. And again, I'm looking forward to talking with the makers of that tomorrow. And some more cool Animation Scoop Q&As coming at you this month of August. I did watch Pig the other night. The Nicolas Cage movie. Was not blown away. Honestly, not blown away. He's all right. But I feel like a lot of other actors could have done what he does in that role. It's just not amazing or deep enough or substantial to me. I know a lot of people love it. If you love it, let me know your thoughts here on LCJ Live of why you love Pig, if you have seen Pig with Nicolas Cage. I just don't think it's incredible. It doesn't move me. Film that did move me, 9 Days. Again, I don't think it's a perfect film, but it's in New York and Los Angeles right now. It's everywhere on Friday, and Winston Duke, I think, is very good in it. Unique, original, interesting story with emotion, thought behind it, and impact from the ensemble cast. 9 Days. Check out that movie. Going to have a new Too Fast, Two Films podcast episode with Mike Sargent going up very soon with 9 Days, and I talk about Stillwater as well on that episode. So a lot of movies, a lot more movies coming out on the 13th and the 20th that I've seen a few of those already and looking forward to more. This month we got Paw Patrol the movie, we got the Loud House movie, we got Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman, we have Respect, the Aretha Franklin movie with Jennifer Hudson, we have Free Guy, we have Flag Day. There's a lot of big movies. Charming the Hearts of Men with Kelsey Grammer, I've already seen that. There's a lot of big movies. I think I'm missing one or two, but there's a lot still on the way for August. Candyman is the end of August. Coda. Looking forward to Coda. I'm going to check that out soon. Crypto Zoo as well. Beckett is going to be on Netflix. Sweet Girl is coming to Netflix. The Night House with Rebecca Hall. I'm looking forward to that. The Protege. Maggie Q, Michael Keaton. We'll see how many of these movies are in theaters. Got a comment here. Can you share your thoughts on Vivo? I like Vivo. I like the music in Vivo. I also like its messages. I think there's an emotional core when you learn about the story. It's about a special letter and a special song. And that part of it is the strongest. And some of the songs. It's the strongest, I think. Vivo, it's a nice movie. It is. And Kirk D'Amico put a lot into it without question. So that is on Netflix this Friday. Again, that podcast episode coming tomorrow. You get a chance to see Green Knight yet? I have not seen Green Knight yet. I have not. I have heard very good things. I may play catch-up with it in a couple weeks, maybe, just like I played catch-up with Pig the other night. We will have to see. But, yeah, there's a lot of big movies coming out in the month of August. And I'll have my thoughts on many of them for you very soon. If you're just joining us here on LCJ Live, happy Spider-Man Day. It is August 1st. We have entered into the month of August. August, September, October, November, December. That's it. 5 months left in 2021. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, positive, doing what you can. And, yeah, we're only 5 months. Only 5 months left. Already talking about award season. I know there's Best Actor buzz for Matt Damon, for Stillwater, Nicolas Cage for Pig, Winston Duke for 9 Days, and some other performances that have already come. We've got Aretha Franklin movie Respect with Jennifer Hudson. She could be in the Best Actress conversation. That movie opens in a couple of weeks. And then animated features. Where do they go? How many will end up nominated out of the ones that have already been released and the ones that are coming soon? Clifford the Big Red Dog. Paramount has delayed indefinitely that film's release. Now, the interesting thing about that is they may, at first they said, oh, we're looking for a more family-friendly date. And then everybody online was like, what? That doesn't make sense. So then they came back and said, oh, it's the concerns of the pandemic. But they've got Paw Patrol, the movie, coming out in about 2.5 weeks on Friday, August 20, almost 3 weeks. So they're concerned about Clifford for September 17, but not concerned enough about Paw Patrol, the movie, to delay that. Is it because they want Paw Patrol out there? Do they think it's too late to pull it? Do they think because it's going to have a simultaneous debut on Paramount Plus on August 20, no matter what? I just find it interesting. I think there's more going on here. I don't know if it's the full, we're redoing the face of Clifford like we redid the face of Sonic the Hedgehog. But I think there's something else going on. Could it just go to Paramount Plus? Could they do a simultaneous, but they don't want that for September for some reason? As I wrote on Twitter the other night, the end of September has always been a very popular time for animated and family movies. That sweet spot about September, 17, 18 to 25, 26, 27, that range has always been very good for animated films. Kids are back in school in September. They want a little escape. After a couple weeks, they go see an animated movie. Now, this year, we've got Hotel Transylvania 4 and Addams Family 2, as of now, both on October 1st. They could change at any moment. But the fact that Clifford went away, does that allow one of those two to move up? Probably, unless they don't feel comfortable about doing that. So, we'll have to see what happens with Clifford. I still think Paw Patrol is going to come out on the 20th as of this moment. But, we're all a little uncertain about everything. I think Disney is thrilled that they were able to get Jungle Cruise out there. Warner Brothers knows they got Suicide Squad this week. And then beyond that, it's a little, it's getting a little iffy. It honestly is. About when something will get released, how it will get released, who will see it, who does the studio want to see their movies? Do they want families going to the theaters? The drive-ins are still doing very well. I'm sure they did very well this weekend with Jungle Cruise. And they'll do well with Suicide Squad, Free Guy, Reminiscence, and Paw Patrol, and a few of the others left for the summer. Shang-Chi coming out for Labor Day weekend. So we'll have to take a look and see what's going to happen over these next few weeks. I don't completely see every movie moving, but this Clifford is an interesting sign of what could happen. I also think it's very interesting with seeing films like F9 already available on pay-per-view and VOD, and Black Widow coming to DVD very quickly after its start. Are people going to figure out that if these movies are going to at-home viewing, if they start in the theaters, they're going to at-home viewing very quickly? Are people going to say, I'm just going to wait? Or are there going to be enough people to say, I need to see this weekend number one? The world is changing. The movie consuming world is changing. And some of these movies are proving that already a little bit, but still you can get solid numbers. This Jungle Cruise Open, I think it's the fourth biggest out of this entire, post-pandemic entry point period. I believe it's number 4. So it still did well even with being on Disney Plus. So I also think that second weekends, you're seeing 60% drop for Old, 70% drop for Snake Eyes, huge drop for Space Jam, Black Widow took a drop. Every movie, most of the movies this summer, with the exception of A Quiet Place, Peter Rabbit 2, Cruella, with the exception of a couple, a lot of it have had big second weekend drops. And I don't think you can entirely blame it on the situation. I think it's a matter of, are people interested in this movie? And are they interested enough that they need to go see it weekend number one and then they know I'm good? I don't need to see it a second time, or I don't want to wait. I want to go right away. So there was a go right away mentality for Space Jam. There was a go right away mentality for Fast 9 and Black Widow. So I think we've been seeing that as well over this summer so far, and it's really interesting to break that all down. And by this time next month, a little later than that, we'll have an analysis of who were the winners and the losers of the summer movie season when it came to the box office and when it came to the quality of the movies. So that'll be cool to break that all down. All right. Follow me on Twitter at LCJ Reviews, Instagram at LightsCamJackson, YouTube.com/LightsCameraJackson, and the website is lights-camera-jackson.com. Happy Spider-Man Day. Hope you have a nice Sunday. And when we're back here next Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern on LCJ Live, we'll talk Suicide Squad box office. We'll preview all the big movies coming out on Friday the 13th of August. And we'll see where some movies are at with release dates and changes and everything going on there. And more news and views in the world of entertainment. I'm Lights Camera Jackson. Happy Spider-Man Day. And thank you for watching today's episode of LCJ Live. Take care. Bye-bye.